How's it going, guys? Bibi here with Orange's episode 5 review. The episode starts off with Naho announcing that she wants to save Kakeru and her future self, showing that she has really grown and she's found some new resolve. This is great, as it's showing that the character has changed from the whiny girl that we all know from the first episode. As the episode goes on, it's showing that Naho is now actually listening to the letter and she's doing it right. It is said in the letter that Kakeru turns up drenched because it started pissing down with rain as he was walking to school, as it was drizzling when he left. So she was told to bring a towel so then she can dry off Kakeru. Well, Kakeru's gonna dry off himself, but you know what I mean. After Naho hands the towel to Kakeru, Hawa turns to Naho and says, "What about me?" He turned up first and he was absolutely drenched as well, but she only bought one towel, so I don't know, I found that quite funny, and it shows how close the characters are as friends, because if you weren't good friends, then you'd be rather pissed at her for just handing the towel over to Kakeru. Straight after that, Kakeru asks Naho if they could walk home together. Naho says, yeah sure, all of us can walk together. But everyone else seems to have other plans, so it's going to be Kakeru and Naho walking together alone. Interestingly, in the letter it says that they're going to walk home as a group, but this doesn't happen. I like how it's deviating away from the letter and Naho is realising that the future is changing and that the letter isn't changing. It's a nice little touch, and it's a lot better than her just saying, "Oh, the letter didn't say anything about this." Instead, "Oh, the letter has changed somehow. Weren't we supposed to walk together instead of just Kakeru and myself?" So they're walking home together and they stop at the park where Kakeru told Naho that his mother committed suicide. There's this cute little scene where Kakeru tells Naho to close her eyes. She's a bit concerned, but she does it anyway. She opens her eyes to see that Kakeru has taken a photo of her, which I found her expression so cute, and it was quite funny how she's just like, "Oh, you jerk, why'd you do that?" And it turns out that he gave her a little hairpin. It's really pretty, and it looks like that she loves it, obviously because Kakeru gave it to her. This is the first time that I've actually thought that Naho is legitimately cute, so I think that that's quite a big deal, considering I thought that she was nice enough looking, but she was a bit of a plain character. We then jump to the next day and the teacher is giving back the chemistry papers that they obviously had some sort of test from earlier on. He then starts giving a physics lecture on the theory of time travel. This serves as a plot point to make Naho realise that the letter wasn't changing, but instead the choices that she makes in the past is changing her future, not the future Naho's future. Pretty much it's as I thought. There are two timelines. There's the future Naho's timeline, which can't be changed because she has already done all the things that the past Naho has done, and then there's the past Naho, or the present Naho, who has gotten the letter from the future and she is now changing her future. So parallel timelines. This scene wasn't really necessary, as they have dropped enough hints to make the viewer think that this is the case. But I suppose that's okay, as there may be some people that hadn't clicked to the fact that it's a parallel timeline. The one thing that I absolutely loved about this scene was the exchange between Hagita and Azusa. Towards the middle of the episode, the letter reveals that not everything that happened in the past was bad, and that there's one memory in particular that she should preserve. However, enough of the past has changed that the opportunity never arises, and so Naho has to pluck up the courage to ask Kakeru to watch the fireworks together, which I feel is a nice piece of character development. Interestingly, the next scene is Kakeru confronting Sawa about how Sawa has feelings for Naho. Sawa gives Kakeru his blessing, and Naho reads in the letter that she shouldn't take Sawa for granted. Later on in the episode, there's a bit of confrontation between Ueda-senpai and Naho. Naho kind of gets cornered by Ueda-senpai and some of her friends. They're asking Naho about the hairpin that she has in her hair, and if she bought it herself and where she bought it from. Obviously she has clicked to the fact that it was a gift from Kakeru, and it's at this point that I kind of feel like Ueda-senpai is a bit of a bitch. I suppose high school students, especially high school girls, can be that way. I do remember a few girls that were like that when I was back in high school. So that was definitely a nice relatable touch. And the other thing that I found really interesting is that Sawa came to Naho's rescue. Not really interesting as such, I just found it really cute. He goes and takes Naho by the hand and pulls her away and pretty much saves her. We come to the end of the episode and they're all around the pool, and it looks like that Naho has a bit of a scrape on her hand. Kakaru goes and gives Naho a couple of sticky plasters to put on her hand, and he reveals that it was Sawa that told Kakaru to do this. She remembers what the letter says, and the letter did also tell her to thank Sawa and it would make his day. So she did so, and Sawa started tearing up. So that was really cute. It ends off with all of them giggling and hugging in this big massive circle. So it was really nice to see. All in all, this was my favourite episode out of all the episodes that I've seen. I feel like that they're finally getting to the point of the letter and that things are starting to go the way that I was hoping it to go to. And on top of that, the romance element is really starting to get very feelsy, and a lot of people have started picking out their best boy. A lot of people say that Sawa is best boy. I haven't picked one yet, but I can see why they'll think that. I just hope that the series keeps going this way and it keeps feeling a lot more light-hearted, and that it's not taking itself too seriously, but when it needs to take it seriously, it will. So what do you think of this episode? Did you enjoy it as much as I did? Leave all your comments down below, I'm looking forward to reading them all. While you're down there, please make sure to give it a big like and share it out to all your friends. I'd really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, go have a look at the rest of my channel. I do anime recommendations, anime news, and I've got so much extra anime content on there that I'm sure you'll find something interesting to watch. If you want to chat to me, I'm on social media. I've got a Twitter and a Facebook, and I'm online constantly. So make sure to like me and follow me on there. And if you want to see more from me and more content like this, then please make sure to subscribe for a wide range of anime content. From Moe Jamika, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!